1. The anaconda, water snake, is a large, non-venomous snake.
It belongs to the class of reptiles, order of scales, suborder of snakes, infraorder of lower snakes, family of false-footed snakes, subfamily of boas, genus of Anaconda. 2. Anacondas inhabit the island of Trinidad, as well as throughout the tropics of South America. The range covers such countries as Venezuela and Peru, Brazil and eastern Paraguay, Ecuador, northern Bolivia, Colombia, Guyana and Guyana. 3. According to etymologists, the name of the snake comes from the Sinhalese language and is derived from the word Anaconda, meaning rattlesnake.
Another version is that the anaconda got its name from a Tamil word, which is consonant with the word anaconda, which translates as elephant killer. In scientific classification, the name of the genus sounds like Unex, which in Latin means good swimmer. 4.
Like most large snakes, pythons and boas, anacondas grow throughout their life cycle, the first years especially vigorously, and when mature, much more slowly. 5. The anaconda genus includes 4 modern species of snakes: the giant anaconda, the Paraguayan anaconda, the Unex baniensis anaconda, and the Desjoinsi anaconda. 6. The giant anaconda, common anaconda, green anaconda, is the largest species of anaconda with a body length of about 5 to 6 meters and a weight of 97 kilograms or more. Scientists have found out that the giant anaconda is 9 to 11 meters long is a myth, since it is no longer than 6.5 meters. 7. The body of this snake is gray-green in color, and its back is covered with 2 rows of large brown spots, round or oval, in a staggered pattern. 8. On the lateral surface of the body of the snake is a series of small yellow circular marks with a black border.
9. The giant anaconda inhabits the tropical zone of South America from Brazil and Paraguay to Bolivia, Peru and the island of Trinidad.
10. The snake prefers shallow, muddy pools and shallow lakes in the Amazon and Orinoco River basins.
11. The Paraguayan anaconda, also known as the southern or yellow anaconda, is 2 to 4 meters long.
12. Most members of this species are yellow in color, but there are greenish and gray individuals. 13. The body of this anaconda is decorated with a large pattern of black or brown spots of round or oblong shape with a pale middle. 14. The Paraguayan anaconda lives in standing or low-flow waters of Paraguay, northern Argentina and southern Bolivia. Despite its giant size, the anaconda often falls prey to the jaguar or caiman, and an injured snake can attract the attention of a pack of piranhas, which may also attack the weakened animal.
15.
These huge snakes are excellent swimmers because they spend almost all their lives in the water, occasionally crawling out to bask in the sun or climbing up trees and wrapping their body rings around the lower branches. If a body of water dries up, the anaconda snake moves downstream or burrows into the silt and falls into anabiosis until the rainy season arrives. 16. The Anaconda Unex baniensis is a snake that resembles the Paraguayan anaconda in appearance, and as such there is a possibility that this species could be classified as Unex notius. 17. The anaconda is 4 meters long and these snakes have a brownish olive or brown back color and a grayish-brown yellow lower body color.
The pattern is represented by 5 longitudinal dark stripes on the head and 100 uniform dark spots on the back.
18. This species of anaconda inhabits swamps and wet forests in northeastern Bolivia and possibly adjacent Brazilian territories.
19.
The anaconda is not a venomous snake, and its mode of hunting is characteristic of all boa constrictors. The snake stalks its prey motionlessly and then makes a sharp rush, wraps its muscular torso around the victim and strangles it.
But it does not crush or break the animal's bones, as the boa constrictor usually does. Eventually, the anaconda's victim dies of suffocation. The snake can also grab its prey with its teeth.
20. Despite its powerful stomach acids, large food takes several weeks to digest, leaving a substantial supply of nutrients and energy in the reptile's body. Due to this feature, anaconda snakes are not at all voracious and can do without food for a long time. 21. The Desjoinsi anaconda is a rare, poorly studied species, whose representatives are relatively small. The length of an adult anaconda is 1.3 to 1.9 meters.
The snake inhabits swampy areas in northeastern Brazil and Guyana.
Its body is divided into a tail and a large torso with 435 vertebrae.
Its ribs are movable and allow the swallowing of very large prey.
23. The skull of the anaconda consists of movable bones connected by ligaments. It is because of this feature that it opens its mouth wide and swallows its prey whole. 24. The anaconda can breathe underwater thanks to its highly positioned eyes and nostrils. Its eyes allow it to quickly track its prey rather than focus, thanks to its transparent scales. 25. An important organ of the snake is its tongue, which is responsible for taste and smell. Anaconda feeds on different kinds of mammals and reptiles. Fish is the least important part of the snake's menu. It feeds on agoutis, iguanas and other lizards, waterfowl, as well as some large animals, waterfowl, peccaries, young caimans, turtles, capybaras, tupinambis and snakes, including rather large pythons. 26. The teeth of the giant anaconda do not contain venom, although they are sharp and long, so the bite for humans is not fatal. 27. The skin of an anaconda is dry and thick because it has no mucus glands. But it is shiny, thanks to the scales. 28. The molting of these reptiles is based on the principle of turning inside-out stockings. The snake molts in a single layer at a time. 29. According to scientifically confirmed data, the largest female anaconda was caught in Venezuela. The length of anaconda was 5 meters 21 centimeters, including the tail, and body weight 97.5 kilograms. 30. The first official mention of the anaconda in a work of fiction is found in Pedro C's de Leon's Chronicles of Peru, which was written in 1553. The author states that this information is reliable and describes the anaconda as a huge snake 20 feet long with a reddish head and evil green eyes. It was subsequently killed and a whole fawn was found in its belly. 31. Compared to the boa constrictors we are familiar with, anacondas are much stronger and more aggressive. They can bite or attack humans, but more often than not they prefer not to get involved in a conflict. When left alone with a giant reptile, you need to be very careful and do not provoke the anaconda with loud sounds or sudden movements. 32. The strength and musculature of this snake is far superior to that of the boa constrictor. It is believed that one coil of the anaconda's body is several times stronger than one coil of the boa constrictor. 33. The anaconda is the largest snake in the world fauna, and females grow much larger than males. According to the most reliable and verified information, the usual length of this snake does not exceed 4 to 5 meters. 34. The anaconda is not able to paralyze its prey with its gaze. They can only stupefy from their wild scent. 35. People were afraid of the anaconda and considered it a bloodthirsty snake. In fact, there was only one recorded attack on a teenage boy from an Indian tribe. 36. Anacondas live a solitary lifestyle and gather in groups only during the breeding season. The mating season coincides with the rainy season, which in the Amazon basin begins in mid-spring. 37. During the breeding season, anacondas crawl out onto the land, and males seek out females by the smell of pheromones that females leave on the ground. 38. One female can have several partners. Anacondas, like other snakes, mate by twisting into a ball of intertwined bodies. To hold their mate, males use rudimentary organ of hind limbs, a method typical of all members of the family of false legs. At the same time, from the tangle of intertwined giant snakes emits a grinding sound. 39. Anacondas are oviparous snakes. The incubation period is 6 to 7 months, during which the female is severely depleted, losing almost half her weight. 40. Very rarely, pregnancy ends with laying of eggs. As a rule, eggshells burst in the womb, and from 28 to 42 cubs are born. According to one version, there can be about 100 snake calves. 41. Anacondas live in many public and private zoos around the world, but it is very difficult to create comfortable conditions for breeding, and therefore snakes rarely live up to 20 years in captivity, and the average lifespan in zoos is low, 7 to 10 years. 42. Swedish zoologist G. Dahl in his journals describes an animal he caught in Colombia more than 8 meters long, and his compatriot Ralph Bloomberg describes an anaconda 8.5 meters long. 43. But such sizes are rather the exception to the rule, and stories of 11-meter-long anacondas caught are nothing more than hunting tales. 44. Anacondas do not hunt humans, and local Indian tribes often catch anacondas for the tender and pleasant meat, and from the skin make various souvenirs and handicrafts for tourists. 45. When a person is in the water, the snake does not see him fully and can easily be mistaken for a capybara or baby deer. 46. The famous English zoologist Gerald Durrell describes his hunt for an anaconda and describes it not as a formidable predator, but as an animal that was weakly defensive and showed no aggression. The zoologist caught it simply by grabbing its tail and putting a bag over the head of the ferocious anaconda. 47. It is not known exactly how long an anaconda lives under natural conditions, but in captivity the average age of a snake is 5 to 6 years. The maximum recorded lifespan of an anaconda was 28 years. 48. When in danger, the anaconda hides in a nearby body of water and can stay underwater for a very long time. 49. Due to the fact that this reptile leads a very secretive and inconspicuous way of life, its number is still only an estimate. Therefore, it is still a problem for scientists to accurately estimate the number of anacondas in a particular region.
50. Accordingly, the dynamics of the population is also poorly tracked, and the Red Book states that there is no threat of extinction of the species.
According to some scientists, the anaconda is not among the animals in danger of extinction.